Okay, would you like to give a shout out?
I want to shout out to my family. You all are wonderful. Thank you all for all the confidence and all the things that you do for me, and our wonderful team. If you all are watching, I love you all, and I'm enjoying this season with you all so far, and I'm so excited to keep it going with you all.
Well, girls, I appreciate you being on, and good luck this season.
Let's go fishing. You know it's really great. Let's go fishing. In the rivers and on the lakes. Let's go fishing. It's easy when you try. Floating on the water with good old Steve and Mike. Floating on the water with good old Steve and Mike.
Hey, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Let's Go Fishing show. And we've got Dudley Evans been going through here, and he's exiting out. All right, see you, Dudley. You can watch Dudley and his singing group on Saturday night, 8 o'clock, and been tuning in a couple of times. They got some pretty good singing, pretty good musicians on there, Mike. Sure have. If you've been missing, tune in there Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Catch up on what's going on with them, and we're just tickled to death to be here. We just talking fishing and when we're going to get a chance to get on the water and that kind of thing. So stay tuned with us, and we're glad to have everybody watching. And we got Brad Jones running around over here. Brad's been filming a graduation. He's kind of dehydrated. Very much, he said. So anyway, we just telling Dudley, he says, come over and be with us on Saturday night. I said, Dudley, you're getting into my fishing time.
That's right.
Yeah, I said, Saturday nights is the trip, and I said, shucks, this time last year I was headed, or this coming weekend, I think when the first weekend I went to Norris night fishing and fished about every weekend after that.
That's
so
right.
Got cool weather, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's that time of year, and the moon's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And this is going to be warm, so this weekend I'm hoping a little while Saturday afternoon I can get on the water, fish a few hours, and
Be the only time you ain't working.
yeah, be the only time I'm not working. That's a fact. But it's just that way. I hate that we didn't make a night trip or two in April and fish for the walleye, Mike. We really dropped the ball on that, and just been busy. Busy.
Sure.
I mean, that's a fact. I saw another picture this week of some nice largemouth caught early of a morning on Norris. I can't remember that gentleman's name that sent the picture, but he had some good-looking largemouth there, Mike. And,
Top water's hard to beat.
yeah, on top water. Troy Duncan, the guy we work with, he had the picture there and was showing it to me. I said, "Dadgum." He said, "That's that same guy that was on here a week or two ago." I said, "Yeah." I said, I told Troy, I said, "I know you're coming in here at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I said, you might ought to get up till 3 o'clock and get you about 2 hours of fishing in."
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we're just setting on go and that kind of thing. So just trying to get ready. Cause it's gonna be here. It is here now, and it's coming up. This moon coming up. I hope to get things situated. I got some things to do tomorrow afternoon, and then I hope Saturday after work I can get up there and try them out, Mike, and see if they're ready.
Good.
If they've spawned and they'll be hungry and shucks, you just get one every 2 or 3 casts.
Yeah, mean too.
Yeah, there'll be pours, whippoorwills, and biting everything that hits the water. So we'll just have to get up there and try them out. I've got the black lights laying on the shelf, and just have to get on the water. Let's see, Mike. I talked to Glenn Reynolds today, and you know, it's like this. If you'll remember back 4 or 5 months ago, we started talking about if you think you might want a boat or trade a motor or something like that, you probably ought to be making plans. Well, Glenn's having problems. I mean, he says motors are hard to get, boats are hard to get. He said everything you go at right now is you got to get on the internet and everything else and look for it and try to find it, because with all the people that was out of work at these places and they just can't get caught up. You know, electronics, Mercury engines, Yamaha engines, and that kind of stuff. You know, they're just not plentiful like they were back last year when when the pandemic struck. Why, there was plenty of engines and stuff around. They was trying to get the 4 strokes. Mercury was get them out as many as they could, and so now the Glenn says it's kind of dried up a little bit. So I don't know exactly how many he's got. I know he's got a couple of good used Pro XS's right now, and but get on his website, look and see what's going on. I think he's already sold that Express he had with the dual console. Yeah, I think it's done gone. So I mean, but get on there and check it out and see what he does have in stock. He's got a new Bullet then, and you can inquire about that. I think he got it Tuesday, and so you know, he's rigging them out as fast as he can get something to rig them with. So do remember Glenn Reynolds down there, and get on his website, look and see what he's got available, and we appreciate him sponsoring the show. Got a little bit of fishing film. We're going to show that about 10 minutes worth, and then let's see. That was Wesley and I were down last Sunday after church, wasn't it?
Yep.
You didn't go. Okay. You and I were on the weekend before. Then, so Wesley and Rick Whitson went Monday, Mike, and they caught several fish, but dang, Wesley didn't take the camera, so we, didn't help us any.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how that works.
What day did you fish the tournament?
No, that was last Thursday that he and Colton Keys went down and came in second in that 3-fish tournament out of Caney Creek.
Oh, okay.
And then, but Wesley and Rick went Monday and caught a lot of little fish. He said they didn't catch maybe a couple of two-pounders or something like that. Caught a lot of little buck bass, how they do. And so but like I said, Wes didn't take the camera, so it didn't help us any.
No.
And that kind of thing. I was trying to. I hadn't heard a lot of fishing reports this past week. It's been. We had some rain projected. Supposed to have come in here first of the week, but that didn't happen. So, and according to Todd Howell, the next 7 days looks like it's going to be dry. It's time for the fishing to get started.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So we're going to get at it here and see if we can take our chances in the afternoon and into the night here this weekend and see if we can come up with something. So. But do remember our sponsors, IUOE over there, 917. I want to thank those people for sponsoring the show. And as you can see, those names are coming up on the screen. Let's see, Mike. What else? Yeah, I want to say hello to Dad and to Bill, Paul Harrison, and Mike Pennington, all you folks. That's been Jeff Parrott. That's been, been watching. We want to thank you all and continue to watch. Hopefully, it's easy. It's a lot. When we don't have some good fishing film, it's hard to carry on the conversation.
Yeah, that's true.
For sure.
Hello, them feeling La Follette, the Crumleys and stuff.
Yeah,
Hope they're doing well.
Hope they're doing well, for sure, without a doubt. And Wesley, he took one of those rods. I bought two just alike a couple of years ago, or 3 years ago now, I guess, and he commandeered both of them. Mm-hmm. And he kind of bumped a few eyes on them. He took it down to Paul Rogers, and so Paul's back, always has made rods and things of that nature. So Paul fixed those up. I want to thank him for doing that. Done a good job on putting the eyes back on the rod and looked really good. So if you get in, got some rods you'd like to have, new guides put on or need new guides put on, that'd be a good place to start.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. I've got a couple of rods that Paul built years ago that I wouldn't take nothing for. So do that. And then we got, Edgemore Outdoors over here. Jim's got some nice rods, reels over there at his place. Don't forget about Edgemore Outdoors. We're moving right along. One thing I did notice down there, Mike, we got a lot of little grass coming up on the bottom of the water bar.
Oh, yeah.
About 3-4 inches high. And I hope it gets up to the top and flops over.
Oh, it'll be getting there quick, I'm telling you. And that water warms up and that clears up, and then that sun will beating down through it. It'll be like the grass in your yard. You can't stop it. It just grows overnight.
I agree with that 100%. So we'll see how that works out. Let's see. I'll tell you what, Mike, let's let Dylan show that film and come back to us, and we'll talk about it a little bit and carry on with the show.
Sounds good.
All right. Dylan, you got the film ready? All right, put her up there, will you? All right, there's Wes for their first fish. 3 or 4 casts. Got a non-keeper. Looks good, Wes. Back in the water. All right, Wes there with another small bass. Got on the rattle trap.
On the rattle trap.
He sure did. All right, old buddy.
There he goes.
Back in the water.
All right, and here's Papa with a little better fish.
Yeah.
The very next cast after mine. That fish is dark, ain't he?
Hold on, Jim. I'll get you. Hold on.
He's been living under a rock or something. He's dark.
Yep. Needle nose.
There you go.
Got a little hook right there in the top of his mouth. Get him out. Okay, now come on. Just barely is hooked. Yeah. You gonna get you hooked again.
Come after it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. God, bum. I don't know why that hook don't want to come loose. It sure ain't wanting to. Dang it, man. It's right in behind that bone. There we go.
There he is,
All right.
a little better fish.
Yeah.
Get him back, get another. Oh, yeah. All right, there he is with another.
little smaller fish.
Yeah, he's not big as that other one was, by no means.
No.
Get this hook out of him. He's all over that thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, tell you. Golly, buck. Come on out there, hook.
There he goes. Back in order he goes. Get another. All right, there's Papa with a nice keeper.
Good buddy.
2.5 pounder, maybe.
Get him up here, buddy. Yeah, get him up here, buddy. Yeah. All right, hold still. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Post spawn bass right there. 4's away for you.
Yep. Now let's see if I can get the hook out. Nope. All right, Wes. We're gonna have to do a little bit of operating right here. Where's the scissors at?
They're right here.
All right, just cut
We'll
the
cut the
camera
camera
off. Yeah, let's get.
All right, here's Papa with a little bitty fish.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, Wes, and Leland just seems to be abundant.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, a bunch of them. I'm glad to see it.
Yep.
For sure. Well, now come on, Rod. You're pulling that down there. Yeah, that little old bitty sucker.
Yeah.
Last year's hatch.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's get another. All right. Papa's got himself another little fish here. One of the male bass.
Yep. Yeah, it sure was, well.
Chasing bait fish in about 6 inches of water.
Yeah.
All right, there he is. Get another.
Oh, Wes has got another fish here, just the next cast afterwards, and it's almost a 2-minute penalty. You just about let it hit the carpet.
Well, about hit me in the face.
Yeah, all
Flying
right.
arrow there.
Back in the water. All right. Okay, short and sweet there, Mike.
That's right.
You know, Wesley and I, we caught a decent fish, a keeper maybe or two, but a lot of the fish we caught was little, small fish, 10, 11 inches long, and caught 2 or 3 fish on the Cinco, but just and I think, you know, they were just buried up. The water came on up about a foot, filled the lake up. And caught several fish on a little old 1/4 ounce rattle trap, you know.
Yeah.
And I think Wesley caught a couple on chatterbait. I threw a chatterbait and never got a fish on it, and I reached down and grabbed that Cinco up, or that rattle trap, and catch a couple of small fish and that kind of stuff. So, you know, that's what we found going on Watts Bar, and we were up in the Emery section because it was easy to, you know, close to 10 miles from the house. We had the boat in the water, so but they, you know, things are looking good down there. Just I think your better fish is in there spawning, you know.
Should be.
And
Should be.
I may be wrong, but I just think they're in there buried up, you know, in the structure and stuff, and we'll just have to wait them out and see, I guess. But I've done told you, you know, if I can get the fish on north to cooperate, I'll let Watts Bar rest till Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. It's kind of what I'm looking at.
Except for the St. Jude's tournament.
Yep, except for the St. Jude's tournament, that's fact. And it's, the first weekend in June this year. We were talking about the boat engines, and old Jeff Phillips just walked in a few minutes ago, and while we were showing that film, Jeff's been on the phone with South Carolina, Alabama, California. Where else, Jeff? Louisiana, Kentucky, California. The only people he hadn't got a return call from was Jaco. But there's not any.
Some of them said last of July, maybe.
Maybe a few last of July. And I hope mine hangs together. We better start hoarding up some parts, I guess. But you know, that's where we're at. And the guy in Alabama is one of the biggest dealers in the southeastern United States, and what was it he told you? He said he couldn't sell enough rig.
He said 54 months is what Mercury sent him.
54 months.
That'd be 2024 model motors when he got his full stock back.
2024 models when he gets his stock back up. That letter that Mercury had sent that dealer in Alabama. So I mean, you know, it's coming full circle. It's shucks far. Shoot far, Mike. I guess we might have to get some paddles out. I mean, the batteries and trolling motor, that's good. But I was looking for her investigating this ghost trolling motor by Lawrence, and not anybody got any of them either. You know, the people that's been trying to sell them, the dealers that's had them or got them, they don't have any anymore. They're waiting on the next shipment. So, you know, it's everywhere, and
I just hope the groceries don't run out.
yeah, that's me and you both, Mike, for sure. It's.
A fella asked me, said, "What do you think they're going to do with all these masks people bought?" I said, "They better hang on to them because there may be another shortage of toilet paper again."
Oh, well, Mike, I don't know. Yeah, could be. But yeah, it's, you know, it's affecting everything. That's, you know, that we try to buy or want to buy and that kind of stuff. It's just not out there right now, and you know, it's
Sad to say, but I've been hearing rumors that some people talking about the pharmacists is talking about how hard it is to get medicine for people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can believe that too. I mean, there's no doubt. It's yeah, heck, I don't know. Well, Mike, you learned when you were growing up learning how to fish, you fished off the bank. You might have to do that.
He knew it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. They had a little old feller down there in Oliver Springs had a little farm pond back there behind his house, and we'd go out there and kept some cane poles in the barn, and Dad, he was into that fly fishing at the time, and that little old pond was plumb full of bluegill and had some bass in it too, and so we'd grab the cane poles out from behind the barn there and walk down there to the pond, and Dad'd get on one end, and Mike and I'd go to the other end, and we'd most of the time we had some red worms, and we'd pull up some grass on the side of the pond bank there or whatever and roll a log over and get us some worms, but most of the time later on in the summer we'd knock us down a big wasper nest.
Mm-hmm.
And but them bluegill loved them larvae, now I'm telling you. But a few times we got stung.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that wasn't any fun at all. but we'd go on fishing, and so yeah, you may have to resort back to that bank fishing, Mike.
Yeah.
You know,
Wouldn't bother me none.
no, that's a fact. Yeah, but it's I don't know what we're gonna do. I wish Jeff hadn't come in here and told me all that now. Dang. That's what Glenn was telling me today, that motors was hard to get right now. Outboard engines, they're hard to get, and Jeff just put the icing on the cake with all the phone calls he's made. Jeff, did they say anything about used motors or anything like that? Got some used ones.
Several of them had some 150s to 200.
Shoot. Dang it, man. Called 3 Bass Pro Shops. Gee whiz. They didn't have any either.
None of the big motors.
Huh? None of the big engines, yeah. The 250s and the 200s and that kind of stuff. And, you know, I'd say probably Bass Pro Shops, one of the biggest Mercury or probably they sell other motors, but they're probably Mercury's biggest customer. Wouldn't doubt it a bit. And so I don't know, Mike, what we're going to do. Just make sure we keep the ones we got running.
Yeah, that's right.
For a while anyway. Dang, that's some bleak. That's not good news. By no means. Dadgummit. Well, I'm glad you stopped by and let us know what you'd found out, Jeff. Because doesn't sound good. Which Glenn's told me. He's been telling me for the last 2 or 3 months that the boat manufacturers is having the same problems. You know, getting hardwire to rig the boats out and all that kind of stuff. They're having the same trouble. I hate to hear that. I really do. And you know, you go by these bait stores, sporting good places, and the fishing lures and stuff. Or Jim finds it every day trying to keep his shelf stocked up. You know, shoot. Okay, Dylan, take us to a break and then put that other film on, will you? All right. Film stars, there's the times that they're open. The day, you know, that's 5 days a week. They're open from 8 to 12:30 on Saturdays. All right, folks, we're inside here in the warehouse. Just wanted to give you a quick look at all the tires and stuff they got. And here we are. There's some 4-wheeler tires, lawnmower tires, just a mixture of about any kind of tire you want. So keep that in mind. Then here we get into the light truck, automobiles, that kind of thing. So just walk through here and give you a quick look at what they've got in stock here. I mean, you know, it's it's just, I don't know, man. They must be a couple of thousand tires in here right now, if not more. Sizes, shapes. You truckers, you know the word. This is the place to get your tires for your trucks. And these over here, getting a little bigger sizes. Light trucks, heavier automobiles, this kind of thing. And as you can just see back through there, it's just, heck, I don't know, this building's probably about 300 feet, one end to the other, and they're wall to wall. Remember Tim's Tires, folks. That's down here on Highway 27 on your way into Harriman, and get the best deals they're going. So give them a call, price check, whatever you want to, and if you want a specialty a special tire that they might not have, you could, they'll definitely get it for you. Tim's Tires.
All right, folks. Steve's got one on there. I found him a good little bass. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll take him right there all day long, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Sure will.
Yes, sir. We back down here on Sunday evening, and a little windy, but we're throwing around at them, trying to find a few of them. So got that on a little old sinkhole worm. So anyway, we'll back in here and flip a little more, and catch a little more, whatever it takes. See if we can catch a few more of them. Hang with us. Maybe he can get a little film today.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't you look there, Mike?
Yeah.
What do you think about that, man?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you fished that the first time. He didn't want it.
Yeah, sure did.
You wasn't going to let it get away the second time.
What about that, man? Man, oh, man. Ain't that something? Look there.
Yeah. I told you there's a big one in here.
Yeah, you sure did. There he is. Yeah, don't wanna mess you up, old buddy. Just barely get that hook out. Get you back in the water, girl. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. She's got some eggs in her, but she ain't started fanning yet.
Oh,
nice.
He's a long way from that.
Yeah, that's 4 pound plus.
Oh, yeah.
All right, back in the water. There you go.
Oh, right back where they got it from. Okay. Get back after him. All right, I got him on the film here now.
Another good one, Mike.
Another nice fish right there, yes, sir. Sure.
Come here, buddy.
I'm gonna get that one.
All right, get him up here. See if we can get the hook out of him. I let him go too long with it, Mike.
I think you did.
Yeah, sure did. Needle nose pliers. Yeah, I see the point of that hook way over there. I don't know if I can get it out or not. Yeah, hold still. Come on, pliers. You chicken. Done. I'll tell you what, let's do. That hook is down in his throat. I'm thinking about just cutting it off and letting it go.
Yeah.
What do you think?
If you don't know how to get them out, you might as well do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to run through there like that. And I definitely don't want to kill him.
Yeah. Whack it off there.
There it comes. Got it, just about got it. Hold on. Nope. There it comes. Got it. No harm, no foul.
Okay.
No female left. There you go, baby.
Go. There.
There you go.
There you go.
Good job.
Okay.
All right.
Try it again.
Try it again. All right, there Mike is stowed back there in the jungle and got one hanging over the limb there, about 2 pounds. We can just hold on to him till we can get over there. Yeah. Hold on to him, Mike. There he is. Hold on to him. Hold on to him. Yeah. There you go. Good job. Good job. I'm backing us up. 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 All right, Mike. Let's see here. Where he's at. There he is. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Uh-huh. There you go, Mike. That's how you catch them out of them trees.
Yeah.
Huh? Pull them up out of the limb. They can't get off.
Yeah. Gotta get in there amongst them.
You got to get in there amongst them. That's a fact. All right, Mike. Good job.
See, you got another one on here.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a bad sore on him there, Mike.
Looks like he's been hit by a prop or something there.
Yeah, sure does.
Well, it's chopped open there.
Sure is. I had a big fish to bite this thing just before he did.
Yeah.
All right, back in the water, little buddy.
All right. Get back at you.
There's another, Mike.
Yeah. Finally come out among the boat, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah. He come up there and got it. Sure did. Didn't waste no time. Back getting it. Let's see how I got that rascal hook. There we are, just like that. Oh, get out of his eye, back around. All right, here we go.
There you go. Keep going. You ready to get another?
Ready to get another. All right, Mike, there's another. Next cast.
Yeah.
Just my grits, man. All right, back in the water.
Back in the water. Keep after him.
Keep after me.
All right, he's up and on the boat now.
Yeah,
There he is.
yeah. There we go. Get up here, old buddy.
Yeah.
Ah, man. That thing flashed the top of the water and he got it, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't stand it.
All right.
All right, back in the water. Give me another bait. Yeah. There's another one, Mike.
Yeah. Go away.
Shoot far. He just come up there like he weighed 10 pounds.
Mm-hmm. All right. He's gone.
He's gone too.
Let's see if we can get some more.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another one, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he is bigger than that. Really did. Open your mouth, buddy.
Yeah.
Dadgummit. Ah,
Tight-lipped, ain't he?
yeah, he's tight-lipped.
All right.
Sure is. I thought he was bigger than that.
Oh, he's bigger.
There's his dead. West for their first fish. 3 or 4 casts. Got a non-keeper. Looks good, West. Back in the water. All right, West there with another small bass. Got on the rattle trap.
On the rattle trap.
He sure did. All right, old buddy.
There he goes.
Back in the water.
All right, and here's Papa with a little better fish.
Yeah.
Very next cast after mine.
Yeah.
That fish is dark, ain't he?
Hold on here. I'll get you. Hold on.
He's been living under a rock or something. He's dark.
Yep. Needle nose.
There you go.
Got a little hook right there in the top of his mouth. Get him out. Okay, now come on. It's barely is hooked. Yeah. You know, get you hooked again.
Come after it, didn't
Yeah, he did. God, bum. I don't know why that hook don't want to come loose. It sure ain't wanting to. Dang it, man. It's right in behind that bone. There we go.
he? There he is.
All right.
A little better fish.
Yeah.
Get him back. Get another. Oh, yeah. All right. There he is with another. A little smaller fish.
Yeah, he's not big as that other one was, by no means.
No.
Get this hook out of him. He's all over that thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, tell you. Golly, buck. Come on now there, hook.
There he goes. Back in the water he goes. Get another. All right, there's Papa with a nice keeper.
Good buddy.
2.5 pounder, maybe.
Get him up here, buddy. Yeah, get him up here, buddy. Yeah. All right, hold still. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Post spawn bass right there. 4's a whippoorwill.
Yep. Now let's see if I can get the hook out.
Nope. All right, Wes. We're gonna have to do a little bit of operating right here. Where's the scissors at?
They're right here.
All right, let's cut
We'll
the
cut the
camera
camera
off. And yeah, let's get.
All right, here fell a little bitty fish.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, Wes, the lilies just seems to be abundant.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, a bunch of them. I'm glad to see it,
Yep.
for sure. Well, now come on, Rod, you're pulling that down there. Yeah, that little old bitty sucker.
Yeah.
Last year's hatch.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get another. All right. Papa's got himself another little fish here. One of the male bass.
Yep. Yeah, it sure was, well.
Chasing bait fish in about 6 inches of water.
Yeah.
All right, there he is. Get another.
Oh, Wes has got another fish here, just the next cast afterwards, and it's almost a 2-minute penalty. You just about let it hit the carpet.
Well, about hit me in the face.
Yeah, all right. Back in the water.
See, okay, folks, we're back. Getting some more disheartening news from Jeff there, what he's been on the phone calling around to find what he can, but doesn't sound good.
No, so many people that everywhere was out of work for so long that just about everything shut down, you know.
Yep.
They wasn't carrying inventory hardly anymore. It's about like everybody else. They wait till they get an order and then try to build it right quick. And where they used to inventory a bunch of stuff and keep everybody working continuously, and then all of a sudden they quit the inventory and stuff. So they sold what they got, and nobody in there working. So, you know, hopefully they'll get back to work and get to putting some products out there.
Yeah, I hope so too, Mike. He did say that somebody said they might have a few coming in the end of July, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But man, doesn't sound good, I'll tell you that. Even Jeff mentioned parts for the, you know, like my motor, a 250 Pro XS, and your motor, 250 Pro XS, finding parts for one, if you needed something, might be a hard thing to do.
Yep.
If they're that stage. Now, he did say that there was a few of them dealers had some, what was it, a 150 and a couple of 200s, and had one had a 225. Man, I tell you what, we just really don't know how bad shape we're in.
That's for sure.
I mean, with everything, with this thing that we've had to deal with for the last year. Yeah, sure don't. I don't know. Dadgummit. I definitely want to try to get on the water this weekend, and if at all possible, I do want to get to Norris and try the fish out up there, see if they're going to bite. Shucks, I hadn't been up there since back last fall when Wesley and I were up there a trip or two, and so it's I don't know. We just have to get up there and see, Mike.
That's right.
And try them out. I want the wet little brown jig, and you know, the watermelon jig, that little old bitsy bug.
Yeah.
In the watermelon. I want to try that, and naturally the higher jigs. Want to try them a little bit, and then that dang
See what that water temperature is. It might be a good time to be throwing that buzz bait at night or
I guarantee you.
especially in that bright moonlight.
When that moon gets out here full next, I don't know if it's full this, it's not going to be full this weekend, but I think next weekend, real close. Yeah, you can take a dang top water plug and a top water or a jitterbug or a buzz bait, and you know, if them and them boys catching them largemouth up there right in the bushes and stuff, you know, and you can do that, and even a daggum little old quarter-ounce spinner bait, just throw it out there and just kind of pop the water, top of the water with it occasionally when you're winding it in and catch some fish on it.
Yes, sir.
You know, I just, like I said, can't wait till you get a chance to get up there a little while on Saturday afternoon and go from there. Let's see, Mike, there was something else I was going to bring up. They had a gentleman on the radio yesterday, and I was listening to him a little bit. He was a TWRA officer, and he was talking about boater safety and that kind of thing. That's what he was on the radio for. And people, you know, rules and regulations and that kind of thing, and alcohol out on the boat, and you know, so you want to make sure that you're not doing those wrong things, because they will be looking and checking you, you know, make sure you're, as a matter of fact, don't let me forget, when I get home, I better look at my decal. I think it runs out the end of this month. Yeah, on my yearly renewal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I better check that when I get home, because I do think it runs out the end of this month. So I've only got a few days to get that done. Nowadays, you stop by the people that sell fishing license, and they can register your boat and sell your fishing license and all at the same place. And you know, once you get that card or the paper, then they'll, you know, it'll be a few days before you get the new decal sticker that registers your boat for 1 year or 2 years, whatever it might be. I think they've done away with the 3-year registration.
Well, when I registered mine the last time, they said they had, but then what's his name was over here on the show, and they said now it was back up to 3 years.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, that's good. That is wonderful. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that, for sure.
You know, used to you saved a little money by going
yeah,
for 3 years, but
yeah.
The way things are now, if you register for 3 years and then you want to trade boats, and you know you've lost them other 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the fella that gets your boat, he can't use that registration.
No.
He's supposed to.
You got so
have
many
30
days.
30 days to change it
get
over
over
into his name. And,
Yeah.
Stuff. So you know, it's a little more inconvenient to go every year and re-register it, but you do your tags on your vehicle the same way too. So you know, you're thinking about trading, or think you might have a deal coming up or something, and you just want to stay with 1 year.
Yeah. I hear you. That's definitely a fact. Man, you know, Chuck's far. It's kind of hard to imagine that we don't have the engines, but they, you know, like I said earlier, it goes back to the hardware to rig a boat with, the rosin to build the boat with, all that material, you know, that you got to have to do that. It's and because Glenn told, you know, he kept 6 months ago, he told me back in the winter, he said, it's going to get bad before this thing's over, I'm afraid. He said, well, you know, we're having a hard time. Said, you know, the Bullet people had 2 or 3 boats, 4 or 5 boats over there, but he didn't have the hardware to rig them out with.
That's right. But you know, you take a outfit that's got 10,000 employees, and all of them is out staying at home fighting the COVID thing, not coming into work or nothing because of it, and you know, it just shuts a lot of it down there for a long time.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
hard to get them cranked back up, get them all vaccinated or whatever.
yeah. Anyway, we hope it doesn't get any worse and all that kind of stuff. So we'll go from there, folks. We're going to sign off here. I know it's a little bit early. We'll let Dylan show some sponsor breaks for us, and hopefully we can come back in here next week and have some fresh film and don't be running your motor too hard, Mike.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, let's idle around. Shoot, you got to make it last. That's the deal. Fish close to the boat ramp.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Lordy. Shucks. Just throw the trolling motor down and start fishing.
Well, I would put one of them other motors on there, but I haven't got the adapter plug-in it would take to go from the new style plug-in back to the old style motor plug-in.
Yeah.
You have to buy that adapter piece.
Mm-hmm. Well, heck, you might can get that adapter piece. I don't know. Then you may not can.
They make it. I know they used to make it. You know.
Yeah.
I know a couple of fellas that had the older boat that where they had to reverse it, where they put a newer motor on it, and because of their hidden console shifter and everything was the old style, they had to plug the old style into it and then go to the new style on the motor.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope you figure out something pretty quick, Mike. Yeah. All right, folks, listen. God bless you all. Be safe, be smart on the water, and we'll see you next week. Let people know what we represent.
That's what we're all about. We do try to do an honest day's work for the people, and we've got operators from all over the DOE sites, TDA sites, the outside contractors. We're just about everywhere you see a heavy piece of equipment, good chance that you'll see an operating engineer on it, rather it be Barnhard. I'd like to mention them, All Crane, and all of them that's signatory to us. We have over 100 contractors that's signatory to us, so I definitely appreciate those guys all the way in Chattanooga, Kingsport, Tullahoma, throughout all the way up to Johnson City. So we do cover a big area, and just let us know if we can be any help to local contractors that come through these areas. We'll definitely send you some people.
All right, David. I appreciate all those good words, and we'll get this on the air, and I want to thank you again.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, folks, here at Edgemore Outdoors, we're going to run inside and shoot some film. Don't forget Edgemore Outdoors over here on Edgemore Road. Hey folks, we're in here at Edgemore Outdoors. Man, the place has been packed with people. The reason being because this is the best sporting goods store this side of the Mississippi River. So if you want to get in here and get you something, you better come by. See Jim and Vance and Jeannie here at Edgemore Outdoors. They've got everything you might need to fish with, whether it be from a boat or from the bank or whatever. Rods, reels, the walls are lined with baits, tackle. Just great store. Jim's been a sponsor of the show for a long time, and we really appreciate him and his family. And but do get by here and visit with them at Edgemore Outdoors, live bait. Just everything in the world. We'll just take a little quick stroll down through here. Jim said he was tired of seeing Vance on the TV every Thursday night, so he wanted me to get somebody besides him. I'll take that back. He didn't say that, but I thought about it. All right, Vance, what kind of special you got for us today?
Got all kinds of specials in here today.
Got all kinds of specials today. Anything in particular? Got a good sale on reels, rods.
We got some, we've been selling a bunch of these Corrados and Shimano SLX reels with the digital chips in them here lately.
Mm-hmm.
We got them in right and left. And
Okay.
We got a few of them right now, but it's a good reel. One of them's $189.99 and the other one's $249.99.
That's guaranteed not to backlash, is that right?
Well, you need to set the reel correctly, but when you set the reel right, it is really hard to backlash them. It works really well. We tested them when they come out to make sure that everything worked good. We got them.
Okay.
And they've been going good for us here.
Good deal, Vance. And that price on that's what?
There's one of them is $189.99 and the other one's $249.99.
All right. All right, Vance, we appreciate it. Folks, do get by here and visit Edgemore Outdoors. Can't go wrong. I think you'll be well satisfied once you come in the door.
Okay.
Hey, folks, I'm here at Reynolds Racing and Marine, 620 Ray Street here in Kingston. Got Mr. Glenn Reynolds here with us. Glenn, tell us about this beautiful Bullet boat sitting here.
Okay, this is the latest deal. It's called SST. It's 21 foot long. Has a lot of key features inside. It's got three coolers, so you keep your beverages plenty cool. Got a little wider front end up front. And it's got the recessed foot pedal for the new Spotlight trolling motors that I'm going to try to sell Steve one.
Yes, sir.
And it's a pretty silver and red.
Boy, it's beautiful. It really is.
Got the new 250R.
250R on that thing, folks. Man, this thing looks sharp.
That's just one boat. Of course, we got it in the background here.
Yeah.
We've got several side-by-sides.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And then...
there's the big 5-seater. That's a 5-seater. Man. Dadgone it, Glenn.
We've got a lot of side-by-sides.
Yes, sir.
And then we've got, of course, this is
Allison.
This is the Allison Color Pro Series.
Yeah.
It's called a Pro Elite.
Pro Elite. Okay.
And it's got, I guess here is some of the. You can get this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Got a TV screen in the front.
Yeah. And then it raises it up. It's called an E-pad.
Right.
And Allison has a patent on this, I think. And you can raise it up where you can, if you're a tall guy, you can still see
it. Yeah, yeah.
That's sort of unique. And then, of course, we've got the Allisons and the Bullets on this side.
Right. Oh, man. We've got the twin yellows here, don't we?
Got the twin yellows. One's yellow and white, one's yellow and black. This one will be in Mercury's brochure. I went down and made some pictures at Joe River Lake, and it should be coming up pretty soon in the brochure.
Right, right.
And of course, it has the E-pad, it has a spot lock. I call it Ultrex.
Right.
Now this is called a 21 RDC. It's a raised deck. Real console. And it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, and it's
one of my favorites.
It's a beautiful boat.
Good.
Yes, sir.
And now it's got the new 300R on it.
300R, man.
And, but we can mix and match any engine combination just about you want.
Yeah.
Some people want 300, some want 200, some want 250s.
Yeah.
And but we're normally selling 250 and $300. You say?
Yeah.
So we got a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff, Glenn. Glenn, you want to mention something about the pontoon boat sitting over there?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Got a veranda pontoon boat here. Man, that thing is beautiful.
And I guess over here we get a close-up.
Yeah.
Everybody else has got plywood bottom. It's got what we call a cooling slot. It's all aluminum. It never soak up any moisture or water.
Yeah.
And probably last no reason why it wouldn't last a lifetime or two. You know.
Yep.
And we can get up in it and.
Country Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store. Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a